Some foods spoil faster than a politician's promise, but a rare few have the power to last for decades and still taste just as good as the day you bought them. Imagine opening your pantry years from now, when the world feels shaky, maybe after a storm, an economic crash, or just one of those nights when the store shelves are bare, and finding food that's still perfectly safe, filling and delicious. That's the kind of security we're talking about here. And trust me, once you know which foods can outlive almost anything, you'll never look at your pantry the same way again. We've ranked them from handy to absolutely legendary. Number 20 is a solid survival staple, but number 1, that one's a total game changer. Let's get started. At number 20 we have white rice. Simple? Yes. Ordinary? Maybe. But this humble grain is a survival powerhouse. Properly stored, white rice can last more than 30 years, no exaggeration. Archaeologists have even uncovered rice in ancient tombs that was still edible thousands of years later. The secret? White rice is stripped of the natural oils that cause spoilage, which gives it an almost unbelievable shelf life when stored in airtight containers with oxygen absorbers, like mylar bags or food-grade buckets. White rice is lightweight, packed with calories and endlessly versatile. From stir-fries to porridge, it can keep you fed in countless ways when options are slim. And history backs this up. Through wars, famines, and supply shortages, rice has always been a cornerstone of survival. It's even been used as a barter item when times got tough. In a crisis, rice becomes more than just food, it's food currency, and people will gladly trade for it. Number 19 brings us to canned vegetables. Let's be real, nobody's writing love songs about canned peas or green beans. But when the fresh produce is gone and you're staring at an empty fridge, suddenly that can of veggies feels like a 5-star meal. These aren't just soggy greens in a tin, they're survival time capsules. Canning locks in freshness through vacuum sealing and cooking, which kills off bacteria and seals the nutrients inside. Stored in a cool, dry spot, canned vegetables can last 5 to 10 years, sometimes even longer. And here's something most people forget: they don't just give you vitamins and minerals, they also contain water. In an emergency where clean drinking water is scarce, every drop matters. Canned veggies may not have the crunch of fresh broccoli, but they deliver fiber, antioxidants, and essential nutrients when your body needs them most. They've been keeping people alive during hard times for generations. Don't underestimate them. They're cheap, reliable, and ready to fuel you through whatever storm comes next. Up next, number 18, and this one is sweeter than you think. Number 18 is honey, and this one will absolutely blow your mind. Imagine this. Archaeologists open a 3,000-year-old Egyptian tomb and find jars of honey inside. And guess what? It was still perfectly edible. That's not a myth or a sales pitch, it's real. Honey is one of the only foods on Earth that practically laughs in the face of time. So why does honey last forever? It comes down to science. Honey has very little moisture and is highly acidic, creating a fortress that bacteria can't survive in. No bacteria means no spoilage. If you store raw honey in a sealed glass jar, it can sit untouched for decades, even centuries, and still be safe to eat. But here's where honey becomes even more impressive. It's not just food, it's medicine. For centuries, honey has been used as a natural antibiotic. It soothes sore throats, heals wounds, helps with digestion, and in survival situations, it can literally save your day. And don't worry if it crystallizes over time, just warm it gently, and it goes right back to liquid gold. You can survive on rice and beans, sure, but honey adds comfort, sweetness, and healing power when you need it most. At number 17, we've got a food you probably know all too well: ramen noodles. Yes, the college classic, the midnight snack, the go-to for anyone on a tight budget. It turns out ramen is also a surprisingly powerful survival food. Those little brick-style packs, when stored in a cool, dry place, can last up to 10 years. That's a whole decade of backup carbs sitting on your shelf, ready to keep you fueled. Now, ramen isn't winning any health awards. It's salty, processed, and not exactly balanced nutrition. But when survival is the goal, calories mean survival, and ramen delivers quick energy with almost no effort. Just add boiling water, stir, and you've got a hot, filling meal in minutes. The secret to ramen's staying power is its low moisture content and airtight packaging, which protect it from bacteria and spoilage. Pro tip: skip the styrofoam cup versions, they don't last as long. Stick with the brick packs, and for extra safety, store them in airtight containers to protect them from pests and humidity. Sliding in at number 16 is something that truly earns the title of does it all: white vinegar. This stuff isn't just a cooking ingredient, It's a cleaning agent, a natural preservative, and one of the rare products that never expires. That's right. Buy a bottle today, or find one in the back of your pantry from 10 years ago. It's still good. Vinegar's high acidity makes it self-preserving. It won't grow mold, it won't spoil, and it won't lose its strength over time. Need to pickle veggies to make them last longer? Vinegar's your friend. Need to clean counters after a cooking mess? Done. Want to tenderize tough cuts of meat? Easy. Got a wasp sting? Vinegar can help with that too. And the best part, it's dirt cheap and doesn't need refrigeration. A couple of gallon jugs tucked away in a cool dark place can serve you for years in more ways than one. In a crisis, vinegar is more than just food, it's a survival tool. Number 15. Now this one is going to surprise you. At number 15, we've got lentils, and let me tell you, these little guys are way more powerful than they look. Lentils don't have the shine or glamour of trendy superfoods, but they're one of the smartest choices for any survival pantry. Properly stored dried lentils can last up to 30 years. 3 whole decades without refrigeration. That's about as close to immortal food as it gets. But the real magic is in the nutrition. Lentils are loaded with protein, fiber, iron, and slow-burning carbs, making them a complete meal in themselves. Unlike many other legumes, they cook fast, which means you'll save time and fuel, 2 things that can be just as precious as food in a crisis. And talk about versatility. You can turn lentils into hearty soups, stews, veggie burgers, or even crispy baked snacks. Now, are lentils bland on their own? Sure, they're not winning a flavor competition. But here's the trick. Lentils soak up flavor like a sponge. A little broth, some tomato paste, or a sprinkle of spices, and suddenly you've got a warm, filling, and satisfying dish that tastes way better than survival food should. For anyone who wants plant-based protein that won't spoil, lentils are a prepper's dream. Sliding into number 14 is powdered milk. Okay, I get it. It doesn't sound glamorous. But when it comes to survival, powdered milk is one of those quiet heroes you'll be grateful to have. Why? Because it gives you all the benefits of regular milk, protein, calcium, vitamins, without the risk of spoilage. Properly stored in a cool, dry place, non-fat dry milk can last up to 20 years or more. That's not hype, it's been proven in studies. With a bit of water, you can rehydrate it for your coffee, cereal, or baking. Sure, it doesn't taste exactly like fresh milk, but in survival, nutrients beat flavor every time. And powdered milk is versatile. You can use it in pancakes, breads, sauces, and even homemade yogurt. Once opened, transfer it to an airtight container or Mylar bag with oxygen absorbers, and you'll stretch its life even further. It's one of those low-key essentials you don't realize you need until it saves the day. At number 13, we hit something that humanity has depended on for thousands of years. Salt. Now this isn't just about making food taste good. Salt has been one of the most important survival tools throughout history, and here's why: it never expires. Table salt, sea salt, Himalayan salt, as long as you keep it dry, it will last forever. Salt preserves meat, fish, and vegetables. It makes brines, keeps food safe for long-term storage, and is crucial for fermentation. But beyond food, your body literally can't survive without it. Salt helps with hydration, muscle function, and nerve signaling. Without enough of it, you're in trouble. And if you're planning on living off rice and beans, good luck choking that down without a little salt. Pro tip: stick with plain salt. Iodized salt and fancy blends often have additives that break down faster. Bulk plain salt is cheap, eternal, and priceless in a survival scenario. Think of it as one of the most valuable trade goods you could ever store. And now, number 12. A pantry item that might just be the morale booster you didn't know you needed. At number 12, we've got something that might not technically be essential for survival, but let's be honest, it could save your sanity: instant coffee. Imagine waking up in the middle of chaos. Maybe the power's out, maybe food supplies are tight, and everything feels upside down. Now picture yourself with a steaming cup of coffee in your hands. That little moment of normalcy? Priceless. Instant coffee might not impress a barista, but it's got staying power. Thanks to freeze drying and vacuum sealing, it can last 20 years or more without losing its punch. No refrigeration, no grinder, no fancy espresso machine, just hot water, a stir, and suddenly you're wide awake, alert, and a little more human again. It's also lightweight and compact, making it perfect for bug-out bags, camping kits, or long-term stockpiles. And here's something most people don't realize: caffeine can act as a mild appetite suppressant, meaning it can actually help stretch your food rations in tough times. Whether it's keeping you sharp, keeping you sane, or just giving you a warm boost on a cold day, instant coffee earns its spot in the top 20. Number 11 is where things get serious: canned meats. When fresh meat disappears from store shelves, this is the backup you'll be thankful for. Spam, tuna, chicken, sardines, whatever your pick, these little cans are protein-packed survival gold. Here's why they last so long. The canning process involves sealing and sterilizing, locking out bacteria and spoilage. That means they can sit safely on your shelf for 5 to 10 years, waiting for the day you need them. And they're calorie-dense, which is exactly what you need when times are tough. Toss some canned chicken into a stir-fry, mix tuna into a salad, or add sardines to a hearty stew. You've got quick, reliable meals without the need for refrigeration. Now maybe canned meats aren't your favorite texture or taste. Fair enough. But in a survival situation, protein is one of the hardest nutrients to come by. These cans guarantee it, and with the right spices or sauces, you'd be surprised how tasty they can become. When the world feels unstable, a shelf stocked with canned meats isn't just food, it's peace of mind. Cracking into the top 10, we've got a true classic: oats. At first glance, oats seem boring, right? Just plain old breakfast food. But in reality, they're one of the most versatile and reliable staples you could ever store. Properly sealed in airtight containers and kept cool and dry, oats can last 30 years or more. That's decades of security in one simple grain. And the nutrition? Unbeatable. Oats are rich in fiber, iron, and complex carbs, giving you long-lasting energy when you need it most. They're also incredibly adaptable. Cook them into a warm bowl of oatmeal for breakfast, bake them into granola bars, or toss them into stews and bread recipes to bulk up your meals. They absorb flavors beautifully. Mix in dried fruit, honey, cinnamon, or nuts, and you've got a meal that tastes like comfort food, even in hard times. Lightweight, inexpensive, and easy to store, oats are proof that sometimes the simplest foods are the most powerful. Coming up at number 9, we've got something sweet, literally, and it's going to surprise you how important it really is. At number 9, we've got sugar, and trust me, it's not just about sweetening your tea. In a survival situation, sugar can actually be a lifesaver. Properly stored, sugar lasts forever. It doesn't spoil, lose flavor, or break down with time, which makes it one of the most reliable long-term foods you can stock. But here's where sugar truly shines. It's not only fuel for your body, it's also one of the oldest and most effective preservatives in human history. For centuries, people have used sugar to preserve fruits, vegetables, and even meats. That means when fresh food is hard to come by, sugar can help you stretch what you already have, turning short-lived produce into jams, syrups, and shelf-stable foods. And don't underestimate the morale boost. In the middle of bland, repetitive meals, a touch of sweetness can completely change your mood. Your body will also be working overtime in a crisis, burning through calories fast. Sugar provides instant energy, helping you stay alert and active when you can't afford to slow down. From baking energy-dense bars to fueling emergency rations, sugar is more than a luxury, it's a survival tool. Coming in at number 8, we've got oil and ghee. If there's one thing every survivalist knows, it's this: you can't make a satisfying, comforting meal without some kind of fat. Oils and ghee aren't just about flavor, they're essential for nutrition. Fats provide concentrated energy, help your body absorb vitamins, and keep you feeling full longer. Stored correctly, vegetable oils and olive oil can last 2 to 3 years, while ghee, thanks to its low moisture content, can last even longer. Unlike butter, ghee doesn't spoil quickly, and can handle high-heat cooking without breaking down, making it perfect for frying, sautéing, or baking.